Good afternoon, everybody. Let me turn down the music just a little bit. So, today we're going to continue working on Crossroads. As you might have noticed, just a small service announcement, I moved all the streams for this week, and for the coming weeks, to start around 3 o'clock instead of 2 o'clock, because I noticed that between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock, not many people joined stream, probably because everybody's working, which is totally fine. And they join around between 3 and 4 o'clock when the workday is almost over and they feel like, I don't know, maybe pair programming or co-working a little bit more. So this also means that we'll probably be streaming like until 6 instead of 5. But I'll just see how it goes this week. So without further ado, let's have a look at the project that we are currently working on. Tiny bit. The product is almost finished, you can say. Like, let's look at the to-do board in Notion. In order to come to V1, I didn't have any time to work on it, sadly, because I have to focus a little bit on like freelance work. So if you have any front-end freelance job, hit me up. I'm available. But let's see, like, I need to rename the blocks. We already discussed this last week. The naming isn't all that great, so let's fix that. Refactor the CSS, which basically means that I have to split up the now big CSS file into all the right folders. Better copy, better dummy copy, maybe get rid of lorem ipsum, so it makes more sense to people who will like edit the content inside of the template. Include better optimized assets, which basically means compress the images, maybe search for more beautiful images. Then I have to check for cross-browser bug style, so basically pulling up the template on my phone, on my iPad, and maybe some other device that I've laying around in the house. And then we have to create template files. After which I will probably skip to another project, which is like building my own link in bio page. I will probably do that with Next.js, and we will also do that on stream to showcase the power of the actual. Yeah, well, actually, to showcase the power of the template. Maybe I will do it with Notion. Maybe I'll do it with like using Go CMS as backend. I don't know, but I want to show people like, yo, you can take a really basic approach by just filling it out with HTML, CSS, and updating it each and every time you have a new block. But what you can also do is automate a whole lot of shit, so that your link in bio page basically shouldn't have to be touched, and your latest blocks will be showing your latest YouTube videos, whatever you want. So after we did that, we are going to include the template files, and we are going to write a README for the project. I'm kind of on the fence on writing a whole blog. I was kind of planning on doing a lot of content around the template, only to have realized that, oh wait, it's a paid template. So if I do a lot of materials, people can just like copy and paste over the code of the tutorials and also have the template. So that's a bit of an issue, isn't it? So we'll probably include some sort of a video inside of the README. So it's a little bit more for the people who actually bought the actual template. And last but not least, I'm also going to include like a launch checklist for everyone. I think this is especially handy for people who are a little bit more or are a little less experienced with coding, because I am also going to include the proper like SEO tags, and if you forget to update those, that can be horrible. So let's do that as well. Let's see, but today I want to focus on like designing the landing page and the sales page, also to give me one more chance to like really think about the whole product, because that's necessary if you work on like the sales/landing page. I'm not going to be bothering myself with the whole idea that I want to turn this maybe into to some sort of a business that I have on the side where I just create like HTML templates. I'm just going to solely focus on Crossroads right now, and then we can always like handle the Crossroad database if you purchase like via Gumroad. I have your email address. I can always send out an email like, hey, yo, we have Crossroads version 2, or we have like another template that you might be interested in. I will probably go that route, or maybe eventually update the whole landing page to include more packages. So first things first. So instead of like being a little bit like design horny and go through Dribble and gather all the designs that I like, I'm like, okay, let's take a step back and really focus on the content, so that the content structure makes sense, so that there's a red lining, and that I can kind of argue for myself, okay, this is going to work. So what I came up with now is that we have of course, you always start with a navigation, which includes a buy now button. So which includes a buy now. Then we have a header with a title, a more complete link in bio without the monthly fee. This can be better, but for me, the header has to include two things, like it's a link in bio template, and you don't have to pay any monthly fees. And then we have some sort of a underline, which I haven't decided on yet. And then we have two buttons like buy now or see an example. And the see example will lead to links.twankruid.com, which is, if you don't know what twankruid.com is, that's my personal website. So you can find that on twankruid.com, where you can find my projects, about me blog, and if you want to hire me or if you want to join my newsletter, all that kind of fun stuff. Then right below the header, I want to say it only takes 2 minutes. You don't have to be a coder. I want to say this like above the fold. I want to show this header above the fold so that people know like, oh, I'm not a coder, so it only takes 2 minutes. So can I do it? What people watch the video and they're like, oh wait, it's pretty much like copy and paste. The only thing I will need to do for this is to find a service that's basically just drag and drop for your link in bio page. So I have to figure that out. I personally love to use Vercel, but I know that Vercel for me is like the most easiest shit in the world. But if you're a non-coder, you will probably want something like, I don't know, where you can just drag and drop a folder and it's done. Like pretty much FTP simplicity. Below that section, we'll have to come up with some kind of section for the, how do you call it? USPs, like the unique selling points. So one of the unique selling points is that take it further with bringing your own framework. It's kind of contrasting with this. So I think this is more of like a USP. Like take it, bring your own framework. So maybe we'll say a more than just a couple of more than just social links and a couple of buttons. I think that's right, because most link in bio templates or services or pages are just like you have a header with an image, you have your social media icons, and then a couple of buttons which you can do. So like let's say show your latest work, show your latest YouTube video, highlights your, include your most popular blogs. I don't know. We'll have to take that a bit further. Let's open it as a page and let's make this a little bit bigger. Take it further by bringing your own frame. I think this has to be like a little bit down, like this template doesn't include any JavaScript on purpose. This way you can easily bring your own framework to hook up your own data sources by copying, pasting without having to about design and design HTML design HTML and CSS. Yeah, so we did that. Now what more? Show your latest work. Let's see. Let me open like the personas. Yeah, these are probably like just going to be like two unique things, and then below there we will include like C blocks, see all blocks, which is probably going to be a PDF with like download PDF with download/view PDF with all the blocks categorized. Free and pro. Get the template. Light version. Pro version. Includes anything you need. Set up a basic link in bio page. Customize post self. Includes every from light version, but also includes every block for the, but also include blocks for showcasing your latest for linking for showcasing your latest content. And I will figure out the pricing later. But let's see, what do we have now? Like we pretty much have like the header, a more complete link in bio without the monthly. Why now? Okay, so example. I think we can like get pretty far with this. So let's just start designing. Let's create a header, because I already kind of know what I want to go for. I'm going to do this in white, or we can even take some of the color palette just from the actual project. Yeah, I think we're going to use a darker background, so we can like overlay an iPhone, a MacBook, and and maybe an iPad, or we'll just overlay an iPhone because link in bio pages tend to be more mobile focused. But before we do, let's also set up a layout grid in columns, where my columns are usually like 60 pixels centered, 60 pixels wide, 12, and we have a gutter of 16. Actually, let me check this again. Choose affiliates, because I really like working with that grid. Yeah, 60 with an offset of 6. Yeah, okay. Files, crossroad. So let's see. Okay. Have this. This doesn't look very... yeah, it's better. Okay. So let's see. Do we first want to include a button? So 3, and we also know that we want to drop shadow of 2, 8, and 12, because that's use. Okay. Let's add a little text. Crossroads. We know that's inter. We have a hero icon for this. Like, you have somewhat of a pointer that goes like both ways. That would be great. Fine. What? Let me just scroll through this to see if there's any icon we can use as temporarily, like, logo, I suppose. Like a crossroad sign. I mean, this is what I'm looking for, right? You know what? Let's forget about an icon for now. This can be like 16. Yeah. So which sections did we have? Like, let's so corner. Okay. Let's say 2 minutes. Like, features is a good title, because let's spell it. And we'll probably also need price, let's say pricing, because that will just bring you to the things, and then buy now will also lead you to the exact same. This is a group. 2, 3, 4. Can this have like spacing? Oh well, it is what it is. Oh, wrong rectangle. Hmm. Okay, and then we want like an image here, which is probably gonna be like it's white. Let's do it this way now. Like, so we know that there's actually gonna be an image here. I think this is just a bit too, yeah, right, this is better. Although, this way it fits on a single line. let's say like 16, like 160. Okay, and then we already that we want to include a yo here. Then we know that it's 70, 16. Expect. Go. Or 18. How the height, like the value shift. Okay, so we have the header and now we have the intro video. It still looks pretty rough, but we're going to fix that in a later version. I first want to get like the flow of the page down before I'm really gonna make waves. Because if you've like followed the stream before, this is pretty much my design process each and every time. I probably first make something that's like really rough, really ugly, but it helps me like see, this was like use affiliates. See, it went from here to here, to this version, through this, and if we now go to useaffiliates.com, it looks pretty decent, if I say so myself. Like, it's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it's actually pretty decent. So that's why I always make like I sort of know what I wanted. Okay, so maybe people find this interesting. So as you can see in the design, I sort of know what I want to do, right? I know I want to like have a header that's like a little bit darker so I can make the mobile pop, so the image here on the right. I know that I want to overlay the video like pretty fast so that I can show people like, okay, don't worry if you're not really a coder, even you can do it in under 2 minutes. But now I'm kind of thinking about, okay, so how am I going to show, like, if you look at in the lower left corner, show your latest work and take it further by bringing your own framework. Like, maybe I'm gonna do like a 2-split section. Like so. And we can do like 36. Say like so sentence. Let's see if I can come up with a little bit of a cool design thing. Yeah, why do I want to emphasize those words? I don't know. Okay, then so pretty much we only need. Also, let's bundle these things. So these can be bundled. So this way I can just this down 80. Go here. How am I going to do this? Yeah, I might actually want to include such a table. How do Tailwind UI? Yeah, indeed. We can also create a page with all the blocks, like with images. That might also be a cool idea. And it might also be like relatively easy. Like, I don't know what that, like, will there be any issues if I do such a page? I don't think so. I think it will actually be helpful for people. It can serve as like another piece of like documentation. How do we do this with the publisher club? I think we can do like something to like compare, like here we can link to like compare blocks or compare packages. Do people call this like compare packages or like is there a name for this? Okay, I do like the overall flow of the. It's not too much, but it does highlight the most important things. I think here I might need like a button like get started or like see features. Which font is that? I really like this font. Um, I know this looks horrible. But what I said, just bear with me. I always like design something incredibly ugly first. Just to see how things might work together. Just create a. Let's grab this one and make this in isolation. Say this gets like 16 of the sides. Let's focus a little bit on making this beautiful, right? Let's see. This here. Let's see. So I don't know. I'm just like guessing here. Like, let me my terminal. Oh wait, why am I going? If I just go to components, I can see like 1, 2, 3. Gallery block. Style. I know this can be done more elegantly, but I just want to see how it looks inside of this page. Like, let's just everything. Hello, please. Can I group everything? Thank. Okay, it's can. Oh, we need I bet. Oh, and it does. Oh well. I don't know. You know what? It's just like a little placeholder. I have to remember that. And we have Pro, which is gonna be maybe I have to do it like harder in like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We this one. 5, 6, 7. 7 fucking blocks. Out. I think I removed a couple during development. I was like, okay, well, these are so similar that it doesn't make sense to do them both. Maybe to bundle them. You know what? I will fill out the content later. Get the exact numbers. Otherwise, I'm just too fed up on like, oh, how many blocks do I have? Like, let's say that these has 27 blocks. Includes states. Order. Say about this. Blocks must start an SEO meta text to fill out. Includes SEO tags. Oh, and I know what this block can be. Yeah, okay. So what I probably want to do now is like make another version of this page. Fill out a couple of images. I'm not very sure about the font, but I don't know. Maybe once we start like filling out some images, it makes more sense, and also like take better control of the like spacing. Now the spacing is a bit tight and it's all over the place. So maybe first things first, like let's get a better grasp on like the spacing and how things will actually be evenly spaced. Because, you know, for the like show your latest work, I'm probably gonna show like a block. For start with templates, I'm probably gonna show like 3 iPhones stacked on top of each other with like the templates. And then like bring your own framework. I probably want some kind of illustration showing like crossroads at the top and then like lines towards next, next, svelte, whatever, react. Kinda curious how that and then get the templates. I mean, we're probably like 2-3 iterations away from like a good solid pricing design, but I don't know. There's definitely work in front of us, but you know what? It is what it is. Let's make a copy of this and first focus on like fixing the spacing. I also have to work on like these taglines. I'm pretty happy with like the actual copy of everything. Like sure, there's probably some we can make it better in a couple of ways. I'm always unsure about this one, but we'll have to wait and see. This definitely has to be like twice as big, so let's just grab some lorem ipsum for now. Just to fill it out. I'll probably want to have it like this big. Yeah, that does make sense. Let's also look now at a couple of like other landing pages. Just to get a little bit of a feel of what's trending at the moment. Also, I always like to look at the copy, because most of the time, if the copy is good in one of these dribbles design, it's probably also worth looking at the design because it's well thought out, at least in my head. I mean, they can be totally disconnected, but from my experience, most of the time when the copy is pretty good, the landing page also is pretty great. I mean, sometimes it's not the most designy-ish, but it's very clear what they are trying to sell you. Nothing really stands out. What I can also do... Oh, that might also be kind of a cool experiment, actually. X Neil, thanks for the follow, my dude. Welcome, welcome. As you can see, I'm quite like in thinking / designing mode. But let me know, what are you working on at the moment? Are you working on any cool projects or just lurking, or what's going on in your life? Okay, so what I'm kind of thinking, which is maybe a silly idea, but does Stripe do something similar, which I can just borrow maybe? Oh, actually, now that I'm thinking of it, nope. Give me. Like this needs 2 buttons as well, which already makes it a bit more appealing. But I have a whole nother idea. But is that actually... Let me scroll this for a bit more before I make a decision on that. Oh my god, I really need to make groups. Mask this. Play this. Something. Ah. Oops. Needs to be way bigger. Mm-hmm. Hmm. um. Okay, I don't think this looks all that great. Okay, how are you going to do this once it's scaled down? I'll probably have to make a couple of mock-ups. Like a couple of iPhones, so... Let's add that to our to-do list. It's the same. So let's go here. Make landing page assets. This is probably something I need to do off screen, just so I have more to work with. Because right now, okay, so what we did so far today is like, this is far from the design that's going to be. But I always like to focus on the content first. Like, what's the story I want to tell? What's the red lining? If I go through this content right now, am I motivated enough to buy it? Like, do I understand what the product is? Does the flow make sense for people who might be doubtful to maybe pull the trigger? So let me go to this version. I think this one is the most complete, although the image really sucks and the design of all, but don't think about it. Even I can design better than this, but it's just like more of a, it's my way, let's say it's my way of wireframing. Like, let me say, like, working on it. Cool. Let me update the stream information so it's clear for everyone. Like, we need a couple of iPhones with the templates, and when we do this, we also need like design templates. Okay, so we have like a more complete link in bio without the monthly fee. And then there's like a little thingy here, so then, okay, so I know what it is. This is like... I'm not entirely sure by this title. What does it say? A more complete link in bio compared to what? Exactly, with the monthly fee. Like, maybe a better title will be like... host your own bio page. This template. No more monthly fees. Own your link in bio page. Maybe that's even better. No more monthly fees. Own your link in bio page. Create your own cross template. We bring smell. See. Own server. Hoster and six blocks. Customer data. For that. This is better. Okay, so that now it's clear. Like, no more monthly fees. Own your link in bio page. Like, create your. But is this a unique selling point? Do people actually care about that? Like, more than just a. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. I'm actually gonna talk to a couple of people about this. Like, what? Because I'm also thinking about what makes more sense. No more monthly fees, or like more than just social links and a couple of buttons. I think that makes more sense, because now you see like where I'm going with this. Okay, so I think this is a great block. I think this is really where a lot of people are going to decide if they are going to buy the template or not. It only takes 2 minutes. You don't know. You don't have to know. You don't know how to code. Okay, that's a bit aggressive. It only takes 2 minutes. You don't know how to code. Okay, that's not what we're going to say. It only takes. You don't have to know how to code. Even if you can't code. Let's say it only takes 5 minutes. 2 minutes might even be better. Let's see how long the Loom video is going to be, and then from there we can like say, okay, it takes 2 minutes, take 3 minutes, take 4 minutes. I want to keep it under 5 minutes. I think that works perfectly well. I don't see why it should take you more than just a couple of minutes. I mean, sure, you have to like bring your own content and like fill things out. I think I can pretty much pretty much show people how to go from 0 to deployed in just a couple of minutes, and then after that they can like upload their own content. Okay, more than just social links and a couple of buttons, like show your latest work. A link in bio page can be so much more than just linking your other social media. With the blocks included size of crossroads, you can show your audience your latest videos, blogs, and even projects. Instead of letting your audience figure out where to go, provide them with content they want to explore. I think this is a pretty good sentence. Maybe this should be like the title. I don't know. Start with the templates. Maybe bold this. Start with templates. Crossroads comes with pre-configured templates to get your link in bio page online faster. Start with the video. Create a template or to show a latest video, or use to publish a template to hook up your latest publication. Bring your own framework. A link in bio page can be so much more than just link your own. Oh, that's like... Oh, so we have to write this one. The template doesn't include any JavaScript purpose. This way, easily implement. Framework own source out worry HTML CSS every own HTML CSS is easy to turn into JSX. Makes it easy to turn into JSX and which makes it easy to turn into or any other template. Programs with its own HTML and CSS, which makes it easy to JSX. Which makes turn components work. And then we have, yeah, okay, so that makes sense. Like what we have now then is like, okay, so get started, show the latest work. It only takes 2 minutes, even if you're not a programmer. Sure, like get the template, light generous amount of blocks to create your link in bio page with 8 blocks. One starter template includes SEO tags, which makes me think that I have like, yeah, sure, okay, sure. Did I miss anything? Yeah, so we have like a light version, a pro version, and an upgrade version. Okay, so this one can fucking let's move it here. Let's move it over here. Now let's see what we're working with, shall we? So we have to make the assets for all the images. We have to make like this more interesting. Maybe we can do like a couple of scribbles. Like if I take a pen tool, for example, we can maybe like, oh shit, maybe make it a bit more interesting. Like by doing these kinds of scribbly lines. Like I can even yep. Oh, that it doesn't even look all that bad. You know, that makes it way more interesting. And now that I'm thinking of it, maybe I want to move these things like a little bit more on grid. Just to give the overall content a bit more flow. And like get things like right on grid so it doesn't look messy. Maybe make this one a little bit bigger. See, start with template, so whoop, whoop. And maybe we can even like do a little bit with color, like it only takes 2 minutes, even if you're not a pro. You see all these small little details already, like the difference between this wireframe and like this sort of like in between wireframe and design already makes like a world of difference. Because I don't know about you guys, I mean, I'm primarily a front-end developer, but which makes me a little bit scared of design, because design tends to be a process of like making something that like flows content-wise, which we just discussed, and then turn it into something that actually looks good. It's not something you do on the first try. I mean, I think the more I have worked with a couple of designs, the more experience you get, the more blocks you have designed in the past, the more you can like translate what you have inside of your head like into Figma. But since that for me and for a lot of other designers, especially designers who are starting out, or like part-time designers like me who are primarily front-end developers, you need to do a couple of iterations. Like, yeah, first it needs to look ugly, but you have to say get your content down. And you have to start playing around with a couple of details to see if you can create some sort of style that you want to work with. And then from there you go to like, you can basically have a little checklist, like fix all the, I mean, what's currently not working here is that the spacing between the here and here is currently too big. So then we can fix all the spacing, so that make all the spacing consistent. Then we can even think about, maybe we want to use another font for this one. So there are lots of things we can do, and we'll be spending like today and tomorrow on this landing page. Don't worry, we'll not be only spending time on this landing page. Today we will, but tomorrow I will also like work on the assets, and like we'll get to more of a design. Can I find like a Loom video? Just because all the gray blocks also. I thought I would just like maybe I can find this on Google. I want to show the caseless Loom video. Like, just give me yeah. I don't know. Give me. Yeah, this one is great. Give this one. No. One on top. Mask it. Wrap the image. Make it smaller. See what kind of difference this already makes. Like, don't. It's kind of hard to say, but don't be discouraged when like I was this in the past. Usually I would start in Figma, like design for like half an hour, maybe even sometimes up to 2 hours, and then I would look at this page and be like, this really looks like shit. I can design. Let's just, I don't know, abandon it, pay a designer. But once you start, okay, this looks kind of silly, the header, but the difference between this and this already makes a world of difference. Like once you start adding in like images that are contextually right, it opens up another door of inspiration, or like it opens up like even the design itself. Like, it makes it look more professional, or it makes you more excited about the product that you are designing. And Auslogix, thanks for the follow. Welcome. If I pronounced that correctly. Hopefully you're doing well. And as I ask everyone who is part of this stream, what are you working on? Are you working on any cool projects? Are you just lurking? Okay, what irritates me now is that this is like, where is my border radius? That's odd. Like, it seems to be mixed. Or... how big is the rectangle? Ah, that's the problem. Hey, that's odd. Like... it's not stretched all the way to the sides. Do I have a against? Select the frame to start. This one. Huh. That's actually on. This is actually not all that bad. Place into document. Gimme. Gimme. That's a big hand. I'm not even mad. I mean, I think it can be better. But for now, it's an idea. It's definitely something. Can I alter this? Can I do something with it? I don't think so. Huh. Like I want it to be transparent. Actually, how upgrade to premium? Give me this. Monthly. $14 for a couple of fucking mockups? Are you shitting my dick? What the f... I mean, it does look exactly like a tool I want to use. But, I don't know about that one, Chief. I'm not sure if I'm gonna spend like $14. We'll see. See. Show your latest work. Let's grab one of the components. Don't know about now. That's a little too arty-farty even for my taste. Let's see. No more monthly fees. I think this one looks pretty decent. Maybe I wanted to get another persona. Like maybe I have to what I just mentioned. I have to revisit the personas in order to get it like the way I want to have it. And I'm also not sure what I'm going to show here, because I am quite honestly not that great at creating visuals. Maybe we can like go for the color team here. Better, a little bit less harsh. Maybe it has to come off a little bit more off the sides. Maybe we don't have to make all these buttons green. But I do think we need to definitely include a page where we showcase each and every single of these components, which kind of sucks. And why does it exactly suck? Do I have a good reason why it might suck? No, what I can do is like, these aren't the most up-to-date like components. I did a lot of like customization in like the front end. So what I'm probably going to do is like spin up an instance on my MacBook, because I think MacBook Firefox rendering is still like superior to other like rendering engines on the web. I'm just going to screenshot it. And then I'm going to export it and going to feed it into a folder, and we're probably gonna have something similar to like Tailwind UI, where they show like all this information, like page sections, elements, page examples, whatever. What happens if I work with a little bit of texture on the background? Like that is that for the people. That's currently what I will be doing today. Is like really be experimentative with like everything at the moment. And then I will probably want to wrap it up tomorrow, or at least have an idea where I want to go, and then we can build it, and then we can release it. But my goal is to release this project next week. I'd like to launch it next week. I initially wanted to do it this week, but I wanted to spend a little bit more time being more thoughtful about the actual process of creating the landing page. Really think about what content is good for the landing page. We have to do the long video, so it doesn't really make sense to push for a launch this week. And we also have to make a little logo, of course, or a little icon for it. But let's see. I wanted to check what happens if I just give the background like a texture, and I think I have a plugin for that. Chart gap wave. I don't think this is the... Nope, this is the wave template, which we can also... No, let's not use a wave thing. It has to be... This landing page also has to be pretty similar to the design we're going to use in like the actual templates. Otherwise there's going to be just too much of a disconnect between the two. Tiny Mockup Studio, chart. Wasn't it a... Oh, then it was just an artboard. Yeah, texture kit here, community. Nice. Cool. Textures! Okay, so we have all these textures. You might notice this texture for my thumbnails. Let's grab this one. Okay, and tomorrow I will probably do that tomorrow morning, because as you might notice right now. Okay, so we have this. Let's copy this. Let's go here. Fucking hell, I really needed to make. If my old boss would have seen this, he will probably like kill me. Oh well. I don't want any border. I want to overlay this bitch with... Oh, how did you do this again? Do I see a texture even, or am I just like wishful thinking at the moment? Ah, that's it. Can be really subtle, because you can already see like it's coming through just a teeny tiny bit. But that already makes a world of difference. Maybe I want to use a different header font, like font pairs with Inter. Soul Sans Pro. Okay, that doesn't look great. Which font pairs do we have more? Okay, we'll fix the actual like spacing later. Sounds. Oh, that looks horrible. Oh, Nunito. Concrete. Oh yeah, work sounds. That was work. Actually, I think I might just stick to Inter. For the sake of it. Might give this the same background as this. I actually quite like the Texas background. It's subtle, I know, but it's actually quite cool. Don't like this. Okay, if I look at this solely, so let's create a little to-do list for what we have to do tomorrow, because I have to cook and I have to go to the gym, and I actually have to work on one other project today. But I'm quite happy with how far we got today, because it gave me a couple of things. Like, it gave me a good idea for the content we have to include on the landing page. It again reinforced my ideas about, okay, I'm not that terrible at design. I just have to do a couple of more like iterations on the design. I'm also just like I always did with like my previous work, is I'm also gonna do one completely different design, same content but completely differently design wise. And I have something in mind. But I will share that tomorrow. Maybe I have some time to work on that tomorrow as well. So let's bring Notion here and let's see. So design the landing page. We have to copy down, right? So let's say that in order to like fix the margins, create the assets. Maybe do buy a mock-up plugin. Fix the margins, create the assets, maybe do buy a Mocha plugin, buy the Mocha plugin, create one completely different design with other language. No, create one or two more variations. Let's say create one or two more variations. I mean, now we have something. It should be easier from here to iterate on more different versions. And we have to shoot this one. So let's see. If I look at the landing page and I look at like Notion, why did Notion close? That's odd. That's real odd. Oh well. If we look at the to-do list, right? We have Crossroads product V1. Okay. I will show you this quickly. This is basically me wrapping up the product. And then yeeting it up on Gumroad. Design the landing page. We just added that. Like, I have to create my own link in bio page. If the creator isn't even using it, why should you be using it? So, let me show you. Still have to do that, of course. Build landing page, and then make landing page assets. We already planned that one in. Design templates. Yeah, we also have to design the templates, and then we can do the launch. So, let's fill this lane up until launch. Like, we have the Crossroads, then we're going to design. Then after that's created, we can do the link. Then we can create my own thing. Then we can... No, then we are going to build the landing page. Build the link. We have to push products to Gumroad. That's also something we need to do. We have to set up license page. Which we have here. No, I don't want to create a template. My God. Create block showcase page. That's something we also have to do somewhere around here. And then we have to do the... Also have some documentation. Yeah, upgrade path to Lighting Pro. That's something we have to do. To product, that's something we have. Custom link and buy, but yeah, okay, cool. So this is pretty much the road to the launch. Seems like quite a lot to do in like in 1 week, but we have until the end of next Friday. And the way I'm really going to approach it is, if I'm not going to make something, like for instance, like create, I don't know, like the license page, for example. I'm going to launch without a license page and add it later. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I want to launch. I want to get this product out of the freaking door. So... yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day. We made, we wrote the content. We really thought about how do we get like from the top of the page all the way to like the bottom. So there's incentive to actually buy this project. We thought about how can we position ourselves within the landing page differently from like Linktree and all the other like products. Well, we did that here, like no more monthly fees. And also here, more than just social links and a couple of buttons. Show your latest work. Start with templates. Bring your own framework. And then, of course, we have the pricing. This can be a little bit more like popping. But hey, we have to do some iterations at least. And yeah, we also started playing around with textures. So I'm going to call it a day for today. I'm going to wrap up some other work. I will see you guys tomorrow again around 3 o'clock. We move to whole screen schedule up for today and also for in the future. Once we start coding, I will probably do a couple of longer streams. But at the moment, I'm like absolutely... My calendar is stuffed with all kind of things. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the follows. Hopefully I see you guys tomorrow. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're from. Mwah! Little smoochie for you all. And I will see you tomorrow.